excited, absolutely excited on this.
I have come with a very open mind in terms of trying to understand how future will unfold and how technology will help us.
We just came here to rethink, reimagine. Let's see how. I will go with the flow.
When it's question of reimagining things, I think I can see a lot of changes coming our way. So we look forward to it.
A lot of innovations are already happening in the world of retail. So I think this is one of the events which we are thinking of probably is going to be more exciting. We are just going with the flow.
Thought ये आया कि as a retail company जो tech शायद इतना नहीं करती है, how can we infuse a culture of technology in them and a culture of innovation?
Namaste everyone, welcome to the Future of Future. What we'll do for the next half an hour, 40 minutes is unlearn what we know about each other.
My partner is Venkat from South team of Big Bazaar. What most of us don't know about him is that he's preparing to be part of a marathon.
मेरी बाकी वर्कशॉप मेनली होती हैं टारगेटेड टुवर्ड्स कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स हु आर वेरी यंग 20 year old. इस वर्कशॉप में वी आर डीलिंग विद कॉर्पोरेट्स एंड आई थिंक वो होती है बच्चों के लिए, ये उनकी पापा मम्मी के लिए.
Happiness is about being content with friends and family, and that is what is ultimate happiness to me.
You should feel happy when your whole environment is happier.
When you get it, then you're alive.
Food, music, and peace.
To watch my child grow every day and do different things.
It's not only making money, it's about achieving something, whatever I'm doing.
Happiness lies more in the process, than in the destination.
फिर हमने वर्कशॉप प्लान की आई थिंक ऑन 3 फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स जो हैं तोड़ फोड़ जोड़. तो फर्स्ट सेशन वर्क तोड़ना मतलब अनलर्न कि जो भी हमारे दिमाग की बंदिशें हैं, बैगेजेस हैं, चेन्स हैं, उनको तोड़ दो और अनलर्न all the concepts that you have done or try to imagine in the last 30 years. And उसको तोड़ के सीखो कि with a clean slate how can you enter and take a step into the future.
The idea was not to do magic tricks, it was how to bring magic into product design, how to be inspired from what magicians used to do and bring that element of surprise and that element of beauty in every product that you design, in every circuit that you make. So that's the whole idea behind this. The main idea behind this workshop was on the day one, you don't talk about technology at all. So you basically want them to keep itching about the fact that we are from MIT, but we're not talking any tech. So on the day one, they keep itching. There's nothing happening, there's no tech, there's only design and all are happening.
So I think simple things can be done. This is also something which is, exposed to nature. It's actually quite risky to touch these and not get a shock.
The top part of it, if you can make some glass frames which are movable up, so you can both have light and ventilation, and probably the requirement of AC would be minimal and enough natural light to avoid any lighting over there.
We went and we actually asked people who were a part of that service. So one of the projects where we empathize with the drivers who are here, right? How do they stay when we stay in our air-conditioned rooms? What do they go through?
So whatever we have observed or whatever objects which we are going to discuss is of our personal use and experience in our personal and professional life. So this is one of them. It's quite cumbersome. It's very easy to use because we wanted any of the things, any of the gadgets which is far away from the socket, we can use the extension cord, but we really find a good muscles to unwind it, or you really wanted to have a good palm size to really rotate and unwind, to rewind.
Demonstrate how to access. So difficult. Okay, the multi-purpose link. Right? The multi-purpose link can be a longer version or you can adjust it and become a sling like this. So it can be a side sling or it can be a hand sling.
Very clearly we're saying as you enter the resort, you should have direction towards the various rooms.
I think so much water around. Jacob told us apparently in summer we need to buy water here. So instead of having the sandals on the door, why can't we have sandals on the wall, which is right opposite the entrance?
नेक्स्ट सेशन था इमेजिन, मतलब फोड़ना. फिर दिमाग को फोड़ो कि गिवन कि फ्यूचर में ये सब पॉसिबिलिटीज है टेक्नोलॉजी की, डिज़ाइन की, आपकी लाइफ कैसे चेंज होगी. आप उस टेक्नोलॉजी को अपने लाइफ के अंदर कैसे इम्बाइब करोगे ताकि योर लाइफ बिकम्स मच मोर कन्वीनियंट एंड बिकम्स मच मोर कंटेंट.
Instead of creating a shopping list, if you take this device to the retail and show it in front of the products, it will be able to tell you, okay, what is the inventory at home, what needs to be bought, what does not need to be bought. Also, because you wear it, it is able to kind of measure certain, it takes certain data from your bloodstream and it will suggest, okay, maybe you should not buy too much of butter, but you can buy it for your kid.
With a new store which is going to be ready for 2020. I think what's getting interesting is how do we get to really be cutting edge and the customer find it relevant, because what we expect the customer to be is really technology savvy. He needs to experience really being able to buy fashion in a nice way. So what we are saying is not just our clothes are cutting edge.
I don't think so. Thank you, Smart Chef, but I think, I'm sorry to say, but you're acting over smart. I would prefer my old Britannia brown bread. So please give me that.
Thank you very much. Here it is.
Thank you.
We're not doing any product. What we're doing is creating an era where Internet of Things would be widely prevalent. What we are trying to do is upscale the entire experience through technology in a store in years ahead. I don't know which year it could be, but wherein the trolley would be speaking to the customer, where the shelves would be speaking to the customer. At the end of the day, customer enjoy the superior experience in a store thanks to Internet of Things. That's our theme.
There is a device which is called the 3D printing, which is going to revolutionize the entire manufacturing process, from the designing to the prototype to the way how things are manufactured. So for example, you can have the typical food that you want to eat, the ingredients are available, you can print it in a 3D form the time you want to consume. So it's going to redefine how things are manufactured and how people store products. So we are trying to work on that and showcase that.
So while you walk in, while you have real product, you have digital images of those as well available. You can try that on yourself in your virtual image. And then if you're not liking something, you could potentially select various parts of it. So you could select the style from one, the fabric from another one, the buttons from a third one, and ask for a customized product, which there should be a 3D printer there to be able to give it to you in a reasonable amount of time. So you say, okay, I've finished this, maybe I'll go pick up some snacks, have some dinner, finish whatever else I'm doing in the mall and come back and pick it up.
The topic which we have got it is the future of media and advertising. What we have experienced it, or what we are experiencing outside also, that the whole world is shifting to digital. I would say that the generation right now, we term it them as a youth. They are going to be the adults tomorrow. So the habits which has been inculcated, they will be more prone or more used to on the digital world, rather what the current generations are on the traditional way, looking at the TV as a medium, print as a medium, outdoor as a medium. That shift is going to take place on the digital mode. So we are looking at the options how technology can enable the this media and advertisements to reach out to the future audience.
See, like I said, one of the most exciting feature that we've introduced is today when a customer comes to the store, they're coming with the intention of buying latest fashion, and they would like to really see themselves as to how the fashion looks like, it looks on them. So instead of trying a regular way of trying merchandise, going to a trial room, we created an experience zone, which is a digital screen, so you can put the merchandise in front of you. It creates the scenario. So if you're wearing a party dress, it creates a background as if you're in a discotheque. So you can actually see the whole experience of wearing that dress in a discotheque, or if you're going for a outing or for a holiday on hills, you can wear that dress and see. Actually, we can create the scenario that how will this dress look like in the mountains. So it's a virtual world where customer gets to see himself or herself in the true experience wherever they're going. And then we've got this smart digital mirrors. So as a customer, the moment you walk in and you look at the digital mirror, the digital mirror will analyze your past purchase. It will also reflect from basis your past purchase what are the new collections that have come in the store and recommend to the customer. So they don't need to interact with anybody. I just look at and these smart screens have been placed at different locations. So it will automatically recommend the customer what is the new collection in the store, what will suit that customer basis the previous purchase.
Good drink. Yeah, good choice. Good drink. Nice choice. Would you want to rate this to your price?
They'll not remember the PPTs that they designed, they'll not remember the lecture that we gave, but they'll remember something that they built by their hands. So we intentionally wanted to bring that whole hands-on thing, because you forget what you read, you forget what you make as a PowerPoint slide, but you'll always remember what you make by your hands.
And last session था जोड़ना. So we made a bunch of products with bunch of our fellows, and we worked with these amazing individuals and had them join things together to make something which maybe can take Future Group into the next level.
This product has been made using thinking of the current pipeline of the fashion industry. Right now, the fashion designer has to first think of the design, then draw it on the paper, then print it on the cloth, and then stitch it. We were trying to compress all of this process into one. How can a designer just think of a design, draw it in once, and get the straight idea of how that cloth will look over the person or the mannequin?
As you can see, we are all experiencing future right here, right now, with the kind of stuff we are seeing, when we don't have to wait for another 10 years to experience the future.
What we've developed over here is a very intelligent software known as AutoTry.
Our vision is that AutoDry is in the future is going to be installed in normal clothing retail stores. And the usability of this product is that you stand in front of it. Since it uses a camera, what it does is that it scans your body, and it also intelligently suggests you what is your size and what type of clothing can suit you. And what happens once you've selected the design, what happens is that in the back end, that design is transported up to an appropriate trial room, wherein you go, you can try it out. If you like it, you buy it and you move out of the shop.
It will always be a new thing which will keep on coming and coming and coming. So that is why I've written its beginning. It's the beginning of the new era, you can say.
We built this 3D printer last year, so it prints only in plastic like this. But what if you want to add more things to it? For example, you want to print in food, for example, a chocolate. So that's what we are trying this year. So we have built this printer which prints in chocolate and halwa. So apart from this, it can even print with materials like metallic clay. So people can go to retail stores near their house and use this printer to print junk jewelry. They can print customized chocolates. For example, right now you can see a Batman chocolate being printed. They can print custom jewelries with metallic clay.
The future is endless. Like, you think that this is what it is, and it goes beyond that.
We took the idea of augmented reality and developed it in such a way that it can be used in the retail concept. As in, instead of you having a two-dimensional catalog and showing pictures of the sofa over the net, I am having them show it in your place. I'm having the sofa put onto your floor.
I'm very lucky to be here and to learn all these things which is existing, and I'm very excited when it gets launched.
So while I'm in the Big Bazaar shopping for different things, my refrigerator will communicate, the egg tray in my refrigerator will communicate with me through my mobile phone that I'm out of eggs. So this is the world which we are creating, wherein your refrigerator will be communicating to you while you are on the go and you are doing miscellaneous things, wherein you don't have to keep going back to home to check out.
Interesting stuff. I think these young dudes out here are really cool, and when you see them, you actually get inspired to do something and kick your butt and say, okay, come on, if they can do it, we can also do it.
Basically, what we've made over here is known as a smart trolley. What it does is that it makes the consumer the cashier itself. There's no need to stand in huge lines for cashing your products which you buy out.
What is nice is these guys are just fresh out of college. Like, I remember how I was fresh out of college.
We should be proud about it, and we also like to hang around with them.
As soon as they come on day 2, they just say, oh, there's like so many demos around here. We didn't expect, because they're all hidden like a magic show. And some of them, for example, in the last batch that we had, we saw when people just walked in, a lot of brainstorming happened. They discussed retail. Now, when they discussed about and they brainstormed and they came up with these solutions, on the day 2 we show what we talked about on day 1 is actually made in 2 weeks. So we show them that yes, this is the tangible realization. So what you see is the radius of their eyes actually becomes bigger. So they see that what vision that they had on day 1 is actually happening. When you see a prototype working, your business mind starts. I mean, they can then take it away from, take it further from there.
I think the partners were very enthusiastic. I think they were willing to learn, and it was much better than expected. I mean, if I can say that, because we felt they'll be like management people who will be boring, good with numbers, but they'll come with a lot of baggages. But they were very free. They come with an open mind to break things, make things. And it's very exciting to see that a corporate है India में that wants to experiment. जो I think is not true for many parts of the industry.
I feel reimagination no longer for me is something which is out in the blue. I've got to see, feel, touch a lot of real life simulations of technology.
The biggest thing is it has opened our mind to be open to and to implement some of this technology, like especially the ocular one. How we can use it, how we can implement and interact with the consumers in more tech savvy way.
I was very surprised looking at the talent within our group, within our own cell, and the belief which we never had or we initially had, and that fear which was not letting it come out, that has gone now.
I think these 2 days have really opened up mind in terms of what else is happening in the world.
I think the biggest, I would say, reason by which we were able to pull this workshop off for the whole team at Future Group.